Let's talk a little bit about anger and leadership. It's important to talk about anger because, well, that's one of the emotions that we feel. Anger in and of itself is not a bad thing because all emotions are essentially neutral. God also has emotions as well. For anger, God gets angry at that which is wrong, which is evil, which is unjust. Human anger, of course, sometimes we can have unrighteous anger. The Bible distinguishes between righteous anger and unrighteous anger. Unrighteous anger has to do with furthering our own agenda when our goals are destructive, harmful to other people, or just selfish. Unrighteous anger often is very self-centered, selfish, and ego-driven. I remember early on in my ministry, there was an older brother in Christ that did never address me as Pastor James. And when I would hear it, I would never react, but in my heart, I was upset. And I think it was because of ego. I just felt that I wasn't respected by him and whatnot. But in the end of the day, I realized, does it really matter whether people called me pastor or not? I'm in the ministry to serve the Lord, and so that would be partly an unrighteous kind of anger, self-centered, egocentric kind of anger. We have to deal with anger because this is one of the emotions that could be quite destructive. We are told in Ephesians chapter 4 to be angry and not sin. Oftentimes our anger, because we feel that either we've been personally wronged or one of our principles are crossed, that we respond in a way that is not well thought out and not constructive, but often to get revenge, to get back at the other person, to make a point or to win an argument rather than to actually build up other people. And if we don't have our anger in check, it'll come out in leadership decisions. If we haven't dealt with the anger against a certain person, years down the road, it will still come out and it'll make us biased. It'll make us do things that actually has a little bit of a tinge of revenge in it, and that's not good. At the end of the day, it does not build up other people, but may even facilitate more anger and more division. So we have to deal with this anger, particularly when it's unrighteous anger.